have this 8-day break. How have you tried to keep focus, and what have you guys tried to do when you've had this time away?
It's good to get a little rest, just getting our bodies right, treatment, stuff like that. We still been practicing hard, just trying to stay prepared. So just keeping the same mentality with prep. Practice is just a little different just because usually we've only had like 1 to 2 day prep for teams. So now we have some time to work on ourselves and focus on ourselves a little bit more.
When you've had that time, have you been able to watch some other Big Ten teams and take note of some of the results as you guys have been off?
Yeah, no, I've watched a bunch of games as they've been on. So, I've seen a couple of the games that have been happening, but yeah.
Just along those lines, have you noticed that no road team has won a Big Ten game yet? Is that something you guys take note of?
Yeah, what was it, like 10-0 in home games this season? Yes, I saw that, but we just know we need to be ourselves and prepare the same way we have. So, really not trying to look too much into that and just focus on the game like we would any other way.
When you guys come off a game like the Penn State game, obviously you've been playing well this entire year, but that kind of shooting performance doesn't really seem replicable moving forward. Like, I don't know, how do you come off viewing that, like knowing that you're probably not going to shoot the way you shot it in that game moving forward?
Yeah, no, that game was fun for sure. But yeah, I know. Like I said, it's just with preparing. Like you said, not very many times we're going to shoot like that. So just coming ready to play, and you keep shooting that thing, and hopefully that'll happen again.
You mentioned that practices have still been competitive. Did Chris back off you guys at all this week to get your bodies right, or did he double down since you didn't have a game the next day to rest up for?
No, we've been working, so we're here to get better. December's a time where a lot of teams can become complacent, is what the coaches were saying. It's easy for teams to become relaxed, not really focused on getting better. So we're kind of taking the opposite approach to where, we need to get better here December, January, and keep improving.
Duane, what's the week been like for you?
It's been good. We had 2 good days. What was it, Monday? We were off Monday?
Yeah.
Off Monday, and then we had Tuesday, Wednesday. So that was good. Off yesterday, had an individual workout yesterday, and then now we're back at it today.
What does a break like this allow you to do for your game, and the way Kyle was just talking about how well you guys shot the last time you were out, and you've had a pretty good start to the season. What does a week like this do for you when you've been in a pretty good game rhythm to try to keep that when you have a break?
Yeah, most definitely. It's kind of a blessing and a burden. If teams are on a roll and then you got a week off, it can kind of hurt you, quote unquote, maybe a little bit. But the blessing inside of that is you get to kind of recuperate and get back on track, whether you're doing well or you're doing poorly. So, you get maybe a day off or 2, and you get to kind of rest your body for the upcoming games that you got coming up. So.
I was saying how during the time off you guys are able to watch some other games, watch some other teams, and he said he did notice that no Big Ten team has won a road game yet. Is that something you've taken note of?
Yeah, we've been watching the games and stuff for sure. I didn't know that until last night. Somebody sent it in the chat, I think. So, but yeah, we see it. Social media is something that we all go on every day, so we're going to see it. But we try to stay focused and stay in between ourselves and the team.
Duane, what do you think's been the biggest difference for you in terms of the hot shooting to start this season as opposed to last year, or even those first games before you were starting?
I just think being prepared, just working really, really hard over the summer. Coach Duba helped me a lot. Trying harder, giving more effort, both offensively and defensively. Just testing my body to its limits, and I think it's doing well, and I'm going to keep doing that.
Just being in the starting 5, maybe that group or just starting the game, do you think that helps you kind of get into it quicker, or is that not a factor?
I think we should all just trust what Coach wants to do. If he gives me the role of coming off the bench or starting 5, I think, I know he believes in me, and I know he believes in everybody else at the highest ability. So, whatever they believe is the best for the team is the best for the team. So,
Kyle, you mentioned complacency at this time of year. I imagine that's even more a thing when you guys have won all your games. You're up to number 3. I'm sure you hear some stuff about how well you're playing. Mm-hmm. How do you avoid letting that become what you think of yourselves instead of what got you here?
Yeah, that's just that we're talking about that outside noise. A lot with being on social media every day. You're seeing a lot about us right now. So it's really trying to keep the same mentality we had in the summer coming in, that we we know what we got. We gotta show people what we got. So it's keeping that same mentality and taking that right approach.
Duane, we got to watch a little bit of practice yesterday, and you weren't out there. Obviously, I'm assuming since you're here, you're planning on playing. But are you okay? Or is there anything you're like working through at the moment?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. Just had a little muscle spasm in my back. Just precautionary stuff. So just chill. Yeah, all good.
For both of you guys, and Kyle, you were sort of, I guess, maybe recruited twice by this staff. When you were getting recruited by Coach Holtman and his staff, what were the conversations about defense and the way this program was going to defend? Because it seems like it's been pretty consistent since they've been here, and was also that way when they were at Butler, when they were recruiting you, Kyle. Just what did they tell you about the expectations when it came to that end of the floor?
No, yeah, a lot of it was focused on defense, just knowing that this was going to be a program that we wanted to, I wouldn't say like rely on that, but that was going to be something where we're proud of our defense, so we can go sit down and defend people. So when they were recruiting me, that was a big part of it. As well as the culture too, that was a big thing they preached. That kind of got my attention, was the family culture to it, and I think that's something now at this point 3 years in that has really developed and set in.
How about for you, Duane? What were the conversations like about the approach to defense in this program?
I could just tell off of the when watching practice was one of the first unofficial visits where I went and saw practice and stuff, and the level that it was from the other ones that I went to were like two totally different levels, and just attention to detail on the defensive end, and it was something that I had overlooked as a younger player, like looking back in my career and stuff, and I didn't take it as serious as I needed to, and as soon as I got here, that approach had to change off rip. Otherwise, it was like you're gonna be on the bench with me. So, I guess I wanted to be challenged, and I like challenges. So, being able to come here and attack that challenge and get better on both ends of the ball it was good for me.
And Kyle, when you talk about the culture here and the family aspect of it, you hear that a lot. How much does that maybe translate to the way that you all do defend? Because it certainly seems like it's much more about the connected group than it is sort of any one guy locking somebody down.
No, I think that's huge for our team. With how close we are and how connected we are, I think that just makes it that much easier for us, defensively, offensively, whatever it is, just to be connected on the court. Knowing what guys are going to do, like stuff like that. So with how close we are, I think it just makes it easier on us, and it makes it more fun for us to play too.
Going off what Bill said, back when you guys were being recruited, Ohio State wasn't among the top national teams. It wasn't beating teams like Villanova and whatnot. So UNC, what did you guys envision as a success this program could have when you were being recruited, and how has this year kind of lived up to that?
I think we have this, this thought in our heads. It's pretty much between the team, and we like to keep it in between the team. But everyone has their thoughts on what we were going to accomplish this year. And we haven't accomplished anything. So, it's December. We're talking now. We want to hopefully be talking in March and so on. So, for us right now, we're just trying to take it day by day. We're going to stay where our feet are and get better every single day and attack the day and attack the next game at Minnesota.
Kyle, I understand that, but when you're being recruited and the Ohio State wasn't at this upper echelon, what was the talks with Chris Holtman like about becoming that program again?
Yeah, just working to get back there. That it wasn't going to be a thing that it's not like instant gratification. It's not going to happen right away. Something we're going to have to work for. So, this is my third year now, and we're making some big strides. We've had 2 previously good years, but right now I just think we got bigger goals, and that's something we're working towards. So, like he said, just keep getting better every day.
You guys can both play different roles on the team, and you both do play different roles on the team. How important is it to be successful in the system? How much do you need to be able to do more than one thing? How much do you need to be able to switch on defense and play different roles offensively? How important is that on this team to be able to do that?
I think being able, for one, the trust factor. Just if I know Kyle calls out a screen right on my right side, and I got to be able to trust him to be in his spot while I be in my spot. So that goes on and off the court. But to be able to switch 1 through 4 or have Kyle pick up a guard in transition because I gotta take the basket first. Just I think trusting each other and doing your job. I think that's the most important thing. Because if he does his part the right way, but I mess up mine, then everything could be messed up, or vice versa. So they both got to be done at the right time, the right speed, the right strength. All that stuff is calculated and practiced and worked on, and trust helps that as well, and friendship and stuff.
Kyle, how do you see that present challenges for another team when you guys are able to, like you said, switch 1 through 4 or do some of the things that you can do where you guys can all play different spots? How does that put pressure on another team?
No, I think it definitely does because I think our depth is something that's big for us this year. It's having a lot of guys that pretty much the whole team that can just go out and play for you. So that definitely I could see that being challenges for other teams, especially if they don't have that opportunity. But like he said, it's the role. So everyone knows you got a role on the team, and that's really what makes teams great. To be honest, is guys knowing their roles and being able to execute them at the highest level.
Duane, clearly it's not a big deal, so that's not why I'm asking. But these back spasms that you mentioned, is it something that's cropped up every now and then, a minor headache that you've been dealing with for a while, or is it just something new? Or?
Yeah, it just happened a couple days ago. So, just getting treatment on it yesterday. I'm 2-day prep out, so good practice today and good practice tomorrow.
Hey, Kyle, a couple of the opposition coaches that we've talked to after games this year have said that they really credit you for being selfless. Mm-hmm. I know Kent State's coach was a little familiar with you from recruiting, but it seems like they're watching your game and coming to that conclusion.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the way you perform that is leading them to believe, hey, this is a selfless guy?
I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to, make the play that's best for my team. So whatever I need to do to be out there to help my team, I'm going to do. I think a lot of my game is like we've said before, is just energy and effort. So that might be something that stands out when it comes to being selfless. Maybe passing up a wide open shot for a better one, or just a situation like that. So really, I'm just out there trying to do whatever I can so we can win.
Kyle, if I told you could be known as the most improved offensive player in the country or the most improved defensive player in the country, what would you say? What would you want to be?
What do you want me to say? Defensive? No, I mean, either one of those honestly would be amazing. But like I said, I'm just glad I was able to improve to help my team more. The better I'm going to be, the better the team's going to be, the better Duane's going to be, the better the team's going to be. So, that's what we're working for day to day, offensively and defensively, just to make the team better.
Duane, once again, going back to the three-point shooting, is it one of those things where moving the line back actually helped you this year as far as your accuracy and the ball going in the hoop than where it was last year?
I don't think I've paid too much detail to the line moving back. Actually, we were in the beginning of the year, we were shooting further away from the line than we were when it was even closer. It was like something weird that we all started doing. So finding the line was like our rule. You couldn't shoot it unless you had to get right on toes on the line. So I think when Coach said that is when we started hitting shots. So just reps, footwork the same. At that point, it's your mind is just controlling your body. So it's just same motion, same shot, same wrist. So doing pretty well, shooting the ball, all of us. So
muscle memory, essentially.
Muscle memory, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, all right. Yep.